Hey, welcome back to the channel. I want to thank you guys for tuning in today. Today we're going to be tying a Quill Gordon variation that I use for small panfish and sometimes, in some instances, bass here in the small creeks of College Station. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of today's video. Let's get to tying. Started here, so I'm using the smallest thread that I could find. Really don't know what size it is, but to counter-effect this and to try and make the most out of this fly, to make it as dry fly looking as it needs to be, I'm gonna show you how, even if you are using thick thread, a little bit thicker thread, how you can still get away with tying some of these dry flies. Okay, so enough talking. I'm gonna go ahead and start this about a quarter behind the eye. Oops, got free from me. This is a very quick fly to tie, and it's great. It's a mayfly imitation. I'm gonna make this one in kind of like a brown color with a few, maybe like 3 strands of some brush hair that helps give it that spinner look if you are trying to tie some spinners. So I'm gonna start this and work this back. I'm gonna cut there, because I'm gonna come in and tie. First of all, I'm gonna come in and tie those little brush fibers. I got 3 of them. Where's that other one? I'm gonna tie those 3 fibers. Hold them on your side of the hook, whatever you are tying on. Go ahead and wrap 2, and I'm gonna pull super hard, spin your bobbin, work this back. You can go ahead and pull these up, cut them off, and trim these pretty even. Now, minimizing those wraps, I'm going to tie in a peeled piece of that peacock curl that is used for this Quill Gordon. It's a stripped piece of peacock curl, so we can get the abdomen look in there for this fly. Let's take a look and get this wrapped in here. Put it on the far side, kind of diagonal to you. Tie it in with 1 good wrap, 2, and then pull down super hard. Work your way back. And you want to work, oops, caught the shank there. You'll work it to about right there. Okay. You want these to stand up a little bit. I sometimes come behind here and I'll come wrap 1 super tight there. Get that up, standing up a little bit. And then I'm gonna come back to here where you start. This is minimizing thread wraps to make it less thick. We're gonna go ahead and grab this peacock curl now. Let me go ahead and move this thread out of the way. I don't have a fancy thread holder, so I just kind of half hitch and move it out of the way. Okay, got that half hitch. Took me a little bit to get that. This is tiny. Whatever you can work with, try to get it, maneuver it. If it's not looking good, guys, go back. I hear a lot of people just, trying to do, kind of like not really good finishes, but presentation and, more importantly, profile is the main look of this fly. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap this peacock curl super tightly, being super delicate, kind of tapering up towards the front. Like I said, being super careful here, trying to make sure every wrap going over matches the previous. And these are great, guys. These are great for panfish. I've caught bass here on these Gordon quills. And it's pretty crazy to see them come up and eat this dry fly, you know, something that you tie up in Colorado. And, you know, this is also, speaking of that, this is also something that you could take up there as well. You know, this is a really very light fly with great presentation of a spinner or mayfly. Build this up all the way to the where you can't anymore. You're gonna let that go right there. Come back with my thread. And I'm gonna capture it. My thread's hanging all the way down here, so that's why I was holding that side of it. You're gonna capture it, pull over, let this go, pull super tight. And you can go ahead and cut this excess off. I like to use some type of grizzly barred feather for the wings. I'll usually tie them in and let them flare up before I put the hackle wrap on. And kind of want it pretty stout, and when it stands up, I'm gonna put this on my side of me, wrap once, only once, then come back over top, pull these fibers back, pull the feathers back, wrap over one more time, just like so. Actually, I'm not seeing these fitting, so I'm gonna stop, take this off, put it back on there. Move these up, just like so. Wrap in front. Go in between for that. We're gonna go ahead and go right here. Since this kind of splays out a little bit, you don't necessarily need to go in between. I was just trying to see if it'll cooperate with going in between there. These are just the pattern of the wing, so you get that presentation. So you can go ahead and clip this off right here. Okay, now we're gonna add our hackle. Put the tip on this near side of you. Make sure you grab it, just grab it with one. Pull pretty tight, and you're gonna come back over the back of it and cinch it down. Work your thread almost to the eye. Okay, now this hackle is super delicate, guys. You really have to take your time when wrapping it around this fly. Guys, if the hackle is a little long, don't be afraid to go ahead and trim it once you do wrap it and see, oh yeah, this is, you know, a little long. It's all right to go ahead and trim stuff, all right? You know, fish here around the Color Station area aren't as picky as, you know, some rainbow trout up in mountain streams, so you can get away with quite almost anything. So I'm gonna go ahead, being super careful, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this hackle. I'm gonna do only 2 behind the wings, and I'm gonna come in front of the wings. I'm gonna finish this hackle wrap very tightly, making sure that each wrap follows the previous. I'm gonna wrap this up as much as I can towards the eye. Right? Come in here and capture it with my thread. That one, I'm gonna let that hang there if it can. I know sometimes it will, but sometimes with other hackle it won't. So there, you're finished. And go in and trim this, guys. I mean, there's nothing wrong with going in and trimming this fly, making it look presentable. A lot of people say to keep these tips on here just because of presentation, it looks like better legs. But I mean, if you're taking not even, you know, I mean, less than 1/4 of an inch off, it doesn't make a big difference, guys. We're not up on mountain streams casting these at risers. I mean, any sunfish will come up and eat this thing in an instant. And there you have it, guys. It's pretty much done there. I mean, not too bad of a finish coming off the vise. Having that a little bit of spinner presentation. Thanks for watching again, guys. If you enjoyed today's tie, please leave a like and comment, and make sure to stay tuned for rest of time videos coming your way. I hope you guys have a good one. Till next time.